Hello, otherworldlies. This is Juliana Angel, your Dark Mass Diva. How's everyone doing? All right, you guys, we've got our full moon now. Yes, that's our full moon in Pisces. Pisces, that's the sign of intuition. Yes, intuition and things that are mysterious. Intuition and things that are mysterious. Yes. And often things that are, the fish that are swimming in the opposite direction. Yes. So, and also, watch out. Mercury is going into retrograde right now. So this is something that we're going to need to take into consideration, where there are going to be a lot of communication difficulties right now. So if you're not feeling like you're getting through to people, you're going to have to try a little bit harder to make those appointments online. You're going to be playing phone tag with people. There's going to be a lot of misfires with communication. You're going to feel like people aren't listening. You know what? Honestly, I don't feel like people are listening anyway. How about you? No, they're not. You know what? People are having a hard time just listening lately anyway, aren't they? There's a lot of communication breakdown. So right now we're gonna really have a lot of problems with that. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go through your phone. You're gonna want to listen to all your voicemails. You're gonna want to clean out the voicemails, okay? Because they're gonna be piling up really bad. So you're gonna want to go through and clean them out to make sure that your phone isn't backing up and bouncing people out of your voicemail, okay? Because they're going to be leaving a bunch of voicemails. There's going to be a lot of people being frustrated needlessly, so you're going to want to make sure you're on top of that. You're going to want to delete a bunch of emails you don't need. You're going to want to make sure that you are communicating with a lot of sensitivity with people. There's just going to be a lot of miscommunications with people because Mercury, the sign of communication, okay? It's going through Libra. Libra is the sign of balance. So you're going to want to do that. You're going to want to exercise so much sensitivity with people right now. And so, people lately really have just been losing their ability to be patient with one another. Okay, so you're really going to want to be the bigger and better diplomat. That's going to put you in a position of success. That's going to make you a better influence on people. That's really just going to put you further ahead in life. It's going to make you a better leader. It's going to make you a better friend. It's going to make you better in business. It's just going to clear up all the problems and stuff like that, and people are just going to be getting their feelings hurt right now. People are going to there's just going to be a lot of misfires in communication right now, because when Mercury goes into retrograde, it just kind of screws everything up for everybody, because Mercury is the sign of communication. It's the Gemini sign, it's the Virgo sign, and us Geminis, we're always going around, we're always communicating. I'm a Gemini. What am I always doing? I'm always talking, right? I'm always communicating. I'm the angel. The angel's the messenger, right? That's what we do. Don't kill the messenger. We're always telling you something. You probably don't want to hear it, but we're going to tell you anyway, right? Because it's what we angels do, right? We're going traveling the heavens, telling everybody things they maybe not want to know, maybe you want to know, but we're giving you the information anyway, right? That's why you're here, right? So you're going to want to just want to learn to be the best communicator you can possibly be. If people aren't trying to listen, people aren't trying to listen. A lot of them just aren't trying to hear it. And if they aren't trying to hear it, they aren't trying to hear it. But at least you are giving it your very best try, right? And that's what you can say, that you tried your very best to tell them. Now, there are these people where there are some people you're going to have to kick out of your life because they are committed to misunderstanding you. They're committed to judging you, they're committed to misunderstanding you, and they're committed to absolutely not cooperating. And I think you all have somebody like that in your life, right? Like a few people, and we've all had to kind of put certain people on our list, like, this person is really just committed to being disrespectful, and this person just really doesn't want to hear it. This person really has me at the very bottom of their priority list. And so you have to kind of move that person out of your way so you can bring in people who respect you, and people who are going to honor you, and people who are really ready to listen to you, right? So this might be one of those times where that happens really fast, right? And we're also in Virgo season, right? We're in that Virgo season where all the Virgos are having their birthdays. And Virgo is a time of organization. So everybody, where you hear of spring cleaning, right now we're doing fall cleaning, right? So if you have things you want to give away, you want to get all those things together, and you want to do your fall cleaning, right? Because we have an equinox coming on the 22nd. And that's where Virgo turns into Libra. I just mentioned Libra. So Virgo is going to turn into Libra. Virgo is a clean sign, okay? Well, a lot of Virgos, they're kind of clean freaks, right? I'm a Gemini, but I'm a clean freak. But Virgos are clean freaks too. Virgo is one of those signs where they're very health conscious, and they're clean freaks. What you want to do, Virgo is a neat freak sign. You're going to want to organize your house right now. You want to get all the spice rack. You want to get all those spices that are expired. You want to get rid of those. You want to clean your fridge out. You want to just go through your clothes. You're going to want to start to, well, not around here, but you're going to want to start to think about putting away some of those summer clothes and getting the fall clothes out and that sort of thing. And you're going to want to just start to give things away. Okay? Your kids are probably back in school. You want to start organizing their school supplies and getting things ready and that sort of thing. You want to clear a space so they can do their homework and that kind of thing. So a lot of things, there's a lot of things changing. We are, autumn comes on the 22nd. So it's right around the corner, and it cannot come soon enough. It is so hot here. Like, so hot, like, I'm wondering, if hell opened up and the demons are coming out, because it's really just, we've been getting 114 light for the last week. That's the average triple digit days that we've been having around here. If you notice, let's see, it's almost 3 a.m, and that's when we're getting the full moon. So that's one of the reasons I'm doing my broadcast at 3 a.m, so we can have that. But it's more because I can't do my shows during the day lately. It's too freaking hot. It's really bad. So and another reason is because I feel like I had a prophetic dream. Okay, so some of you may know that I'm a psychic. Okay, I do not give free readings. So if you want any sort of insight from me, I can give you my Cash App if you want. But other than that, I do not put my Cash App out. But you can contact me. So, and I can give you a reading. But right now, I'm just going to tell you about the dream, okay? Anyway, here's the dream. I fell asleep today because it was over 114, and I fell asleep because it was just too hot, and it knocked me out physically. It was really bad. So I fell asleep for like a couple of hours. That's how bad it was. I just fell asleep, and I had this dream that the heat wave was brought on by the ancestor spirits because they were angry. And the thing is, we have ancestor spirits here on Earth keeping an eye on us, and everybody has them. Okay, they're your relatives that passed on, and they kind of like choose you to kind of keep an eye on you. So most of them are like people you knew before, like your grandparents and stuff like that. Like maybe you were their favorite grandchild, or maybe it was a relative who's really mean to you, and they're hanging around trying to like make it right. sometimes that happens too. So I have relatives who favored me that keep an eye on me, and then I have some ones that didn't like me who also keep an eye on me. They're trying to make it right. So I have different ones that hang around, and I can tell when some of the ones that don't like me are hanging around, because I'm just like, I really can feel your energy right now, and I'm like, but I mean, I really think their hearts are in the right place, but I also think they're trying to make it right with God, trying to make it right by just keeping an eye on me because of how mean they were to me when they were alive. And you're like, how can your relatives be mean to you when they were alive? Well, you know what? Human beings are flawed human beings, and you never know why they were mean when they were alive. You really don't. You don't know what their issues were. You don't know what their issues were. I mean, a lot of adults are mean to children, and you don't know why they were. You don't know why they resented you. You don't know what their issues were with you. They were taking something out on you that they wanted to take out on an adult. They just resented you for some reason. So, they hang around and they try to keep an eye on you as a grown-up. And, I don't know. They, and some of them are keeping an eye on you and just trying to keep you out of trouble and trying to make your life, maybe better than theirs was. But the ancestor spirits that I had a dream about were actually like OGs. I mean, they were like warriors. They were like, like strong ones that were like, ancient time ancestor spirits, ones that we could not have met. Ones that were like in history books, ones that were like famous ones. They came back to the earth and they were getting into everybody's face and going, what are you doing? Why are you such a screw up? And everyone was like, who are you? And they were like, I'm your ancient ancestor spirit, and you're basically a bozo. And people are like, what's a bozo? Like, why are you calling me names and stuff like that? And they were using modern talk, bozo is a word my friends that I like to use to describe, people who are just a straight up clown, a straight up joke, right? We say bozo and stuff like that, but so I'm dreaming, of the word bozo, but I'm sure that if someone else had a dream like this, some other word would pop up, in their own dream. So it was kind of funny that bozo was in my dream, but, I say it all day long, that's probably why, but bozo. But, the ancestor spirits was like, you are a bozo. That's what was so funny about the dream, and they had like voices like, Idris Elba and stuff like that. You are a bozo. Just telling people, that they're basically like, you are just a major class screw up. You need to just like get it right, and all these modern day people were just being stupid, and I mean, I'm sure my ancestor spirits are just kind of like, you have so much potential that you're wasting, and like my ancestor spirits want to tell me to quit being a bozette sometimes. I really try not to be a bozette, but I mean, I'm sure there's times where I'm being one too. I mean, we all have our bozo moments, so it's just kind of like, I can get on here and try to tell people how not to be one, but I've had my moments too. That's why I'm trying to teach other people, right? So that's what the heat wave was about, though. That's what the dream was about, that the ancestor spirits brought the heat wave because they're angry, and I was just like, oh, bro, that is so terrifying. So it's just kind of like, yeah, maybe hell did open up, and maybe they did bring it. Scary. But there is a lesson in there. Even though that was just like the scariest nightmare ever. But they were almost like these statues come to life, where they just, came to kick all our A's and tell us, you guys really need to straighten up. quit being bozos. You know? And I was just backing up like, man, I hope mine don't come to tell me. But to be honest, I listen to mine. You know, for the most part. I still screw up though. I'm still really hard-headed and I screw up, and I still have to make my mistakes and live with them, and you know when you're doing something wrong but you're doing it anyway, and you just have to learn through your mistake, and there's no way other to learn but through your own mistake, and you have to do it a bunch of times, and you have to kind of drive yourself crazy. Well, these people were just being stupid, and their ancestor spirits were telling them that, and these people were a bunch of jerks, and their ancestor spirits were a bunch of wise old warriors just telling them to stop it, you know? Quit being bozos, you know? So, and I think we can all use our higher mindedness and our intelligence, and we all have it, you know? And even people who are just straight up bozos, straight up, have some decency inside them. Everybody has some decency. Some people have far less. Some people are not so smart. But everybody has some goodness in them that they can be using and make better life choices. You know, I mean, I've made some that were not so good. You know, I've not reached my potential. I'm not even close to reaching my potential. And I'm so mad at myself, but it's like, well, you know what, I can keep going and keep trying, right? It's like I'm not giving up. I think that's the point, right? You know? But it's like, that's what the dream was about. And that's really deep, you know, and I'm really glad I had the dream. And I'm glad the dream was absolutely terrifying, because I woke up like, and by the time I woke up, it had finally cooled off. And I think I had to just be like completely hot and completely scared in the dream. And I had to hear the word bozo in the dream to realize it was a dream. But the whole dream, that's not even the whole dream. That's kind of the dream, the part of the dream that I just feel like sharing on my show. The rest of it was just absolutely terrifying too. But I don't even want to get into the rest of it. But the whole dream was really scary. Like, okay, well, this is a full moon type of dream, and you know, I think I need to share it with everybody. But please learn to be a good communicator. Because I'm going to let you know, people are not trying to listen. People don't want to hear certain things. And people don't care if they're offending you. And there's this thing that people have been saying lately. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Because I've been hearing a whole lot of, everybody does this, everybody who fits this description does this, everybody who fits this description does that. Okay, that's really annoying. But if it doesn't apply to you, don't let it bother you. And I've had people insult me and disrespect me and say this and say that. I just want to get in their face like, what the F, dude? You know, I really don't appreciate that. But I'm like, well, is that true about me? No. Then let it go. They're just talking out the side of their neck. And they're not thinking about what they're saying, about how disrespectful it is. And it might apply to a bunch of other people who look like me, talk like me, everybody else who fits my description but me. So what? Who cares? Does it describe me? No. So who cares? You know? And if that person disrespects me enough, just kick them out of my life. They can go be ignorant somewhere else. But some people really are not trying to be enlightened. They're not trying to. They're not trying to be respectful. and they're not trying to truly communicate. And their head is somewhere else. Like, I have this, I don't even want to call her a friend. She's just someone who's been in my life, like, my whole life. And I kind of have to keep her in my life because she's part of a friend group. But it's like, and I see her every once in a great while. And, it seems like I have to tell her the same thing over and over and over again. And she keeps trying to push an agenda to get her way, even though, I try to tell her, hey, don't do this, don't do that, and she still tries to do it. That kind of person. So I have to make sure that I go out of my way to communicate, so she doesn't do certain things and doesn't find an excuse to do certain things. My mom even says, do you really still have to have her in your life? I said, well, I don't have to have her in my life on a regular basis, but I can't really kick her out of my life because she's part of a friend group. And I've known her forever. So it's like you can't really do that, but I don't understand how somebody could actually really refuse to listen on that level. And I think some people just want to push their agenda. They just don't want to listen. So you create a situation where they can't get away with not listening. You just don't indulge them when they're not listening. I could go down another rabbit hole with that. So just communicate as openly as you possibly can, and don't really give them any leeway to do whatever they're going to do. That would be another show if I were to kind of describe that. So I'm not really going to get into that, but just communicate as openly as you possibly can. And this is a time to be orderly, to clean out your house, to clean it, but also to declutter it, to go through all your messages, make sure you're being open and honest with people, just to let things go if people are offending you. People are being really stupid on the internet lately. Really stupid, and just saying things that they shouldn't be saying. Strangers are just saying stupid things to me, and I'm just like, okay, bro, whatever. It's like, I don't know why you said that to me. I don't know why you picked that kind of fight with me. I don't know why that's odd. I'm like, just let it go. Doesn't matter. Do you even know that person? They just said a weird thing to you. What would cause a stranger to say a weird thing to somebody like that? I don't know, maybe because they never leave their house because they're, afraid of catching a virus. That's probably why. Probably. So just let it go. Well, I hope everybody has a very illuminating psychic experience with this very intuitive Pisces full moon. And otherworldlies, I hope everyone really just really enjoys the rest of their month. And autumn comes on the 22nd, so hopefully it will cool down, and I'll be up and around and not falling asleep and taking any more naps, and be very happy and all that good stuff. So I'll be able to go get some more exercise, and I just can't seem to get anything done right now. So looking forward to that. So anyway, until then, I love you all. Happy full moon.